The bright lights of the Las Vegas Strip have claimed the careers of countless legends, but in early 2026, a new shadow has emerged that is redefining what it means to be a global powerhouse. Most of the world first met Angelina Jordan as an 8-year-old girl with a voice that felt like it had been pulled from a smoky jazz club in the 1920s. But as we stand here today, the child prodigy label has been stripped away, replaced by a narrative that is much more complex and significantly more mysterious. For years, fans wondered if she would succumb to the same pressures that have destroyed so many young icons before her. Instead, she disappeared into the shadows of major label negotiations, only to re-emerge with a sound that some critics are calling supernatural. Tonight, we're looking past the viral clips to uncover the truth about her 2026 takeover. Why did she go silent for so long? And what really happened behind the closed doors of Republic Records during her transition into adulthood? The answers suggest a battle for creative survival that almost ended her career before it truly began. While most 20-year-olds are finding their footing, Angelina Jordan just took over a room once ruled by Elvis Presley and Barry Manilow. The Westgate International Theater in Las Vegas is a place where legends are either born or where they go to fade away. But Angelina's January 2026 debut felt like a hostile takeover of the best kind. Reports from inside the venue describe an atmosphere that was almost cult-like, as the singer took the stage in her signature Barefoot style, backed by a 30-piece orchestra. But the real story isn't just the performance, it's the demographic shift she's commanded. Industry analysts are shocked to see Gen Z fans standing side by side with jazz purists in their 80s, all drawn to a vocal texture that defies modern digital editing. There were whispers in the weeks leading up to the residency that her team was worried about ticket sales, given her long absence from the spotlight. However, the residency sold out in under 4 minutes, sparking rumors that legacy acts were being pushed out to make room for this new era of soul. But as the applause echoed, insiders noticed something strange about the setlist. It was almost entirely original material, a risky move for a singer known for covers. This shift marks the moment she stopped being a mimic and started being a master. But the road to this stage was paved with legal battles that stayed out of the tabloids. Behind the scenes of her meteoric rise, a quiet war was being waged for the very soul of her music. From 2021 to 2024, the world saw very little of Angelina Jordan, leading many to believe her flame had simply burnt out. In the industry, this is known as the blackout period, where a label tries to rebrand an artist, often against their will. Sources close to the 2026 production team suggest that Angelina faced immense pressure to pivot toward high-energy synthpop, a move that would have stripped away the old soul essence that made her famous. Rumors surfaced of frictions and disagreements with top-tier executives who wanted a younger, more marketable image. It's been revealed that she turned down multi-million-dollar deals that required her to change her vocal style, choosing instead to wait out her contract until she could release Secret of the Soul on her own terms. This period of silence wasn't a lack of interest, but a strategic retreat. While other stars were chasing TikTok trends, Angelina was reportedly in a locked-in state, perfecting her songwriting and ensuring she wouldn't become another industry casualty. The fact that she emerged with her dignity and her sound intact is being hailed as a miracle in a business known for chewing up young talent and spitting them out. In a world of high fashion and excess, one missing detail on stage continues to haunt her fans and critics alike. To understand Angelina Jordan in 2026, you have to look at her feet. It's the one constant in a career that has changed drastically. The story goes back to a 6-year-old Angelina in Oslo, encountering a shoeless girl on a cold night and giving away her own shoes. While many thought she would grow out of this tradition, once she hit the big stages of Vegas and London, she has doubled down. In 2026, this isn't just a tribute, it's her power source. However, some industry insiders have started to question if the Barefoot brand has become a burden. There were rumors during her recent tour that certain high-end venues were concerned about liability issues, yet she refused to budge, nearly canceling a major show in Dubai over the requirement of footwear. This stubbornness is a recurring theme in her career. It highlights a psychological groundedness that many of her peers lack, while others are spiraling out of control or dealing with substance accusations. Angelina's focus remains intensely narrow. This barefoot vow serves as a literal and metaphorical connection to her past, ensuring that no matter how many millions are in the bank, she remembers the girl on the street. It's a level of discipline that is both admirable and, to some in the industry, slightly intimidating. As her voice deepened with age, rumors began to circulate that the power was coming at a devastating physical cost. During the 2025 World Tour, a new controversy emerged regarding the texture of her voice. Fans noticed a raspier, more guttural tone during her live performances of Seventh Heaven. This led to a wave of speculation on social media, with some experts claiming she had undergone vocal cord surgery or was suffering from chronic strain. In the news world, we call this the diva's curse, the idea that a voice that powerful simply cannot last. However, medical insiders have since debunked these theories, suggesting that what the public is hearing is a natural vocal mutation. As she transitioned from her teens into her 20s, her registers shifted, creating a darker resonance that hasn't been heard since the days of Nina Simone. But the rumors didn't stop there. Some theorists suggested she was using advanced AI enhancement during her live sets to maintain that haunting vibrato. Those who have sat in the front row, however, testify to the raw, unpolished power that no computer could replicate. This scrutiny is the price of being a vocal anomaly. And as we move further into 2026, the pressure to maintain that perfect instrument is only going to intensify. The biggest secret in the film industry right now involves a certain Norwegian singer and a tuxedo-clad spy. For months, the Bond 26 production has been shrouded in mystery, but one name keeps appearing on the shortlist for the theme song: Angelina Jordan. In early 2026, sightings of her leaving a famous recording studio in London, the same one used by Adele for Skyfall, sent the internet into a frenzy. Taking on a Bond theme is the ultimate stamp of approval for a vocalist, but it's also a high-stakes gamble. If she nails it, she joins the pantheon of greats. If she misses, it's a public embarrassment that can haunt a career. Sources suggest the track is already finished and that it's a haunting orchestral masterpiece that leans into her lower register. But there's a catch. Rumors indicate she's also being scouted for a role in the film, potentially as a singer in a pivotal scene. This would be her first major foray into acting, a move that has historically been the downfall of many great singers. Is she spreading herself too thin, or is this the beginning of a multimedia empire that will dominate the next decade? The stakes couldn't be higher, and the industry is holding its breath for the official announcement. History is littered with the shattered lives of child stars, but Angelina seems to be writing a different ending. When we look at the statistics of young performers who fade out or end up in legal turmoil, the odds were always against her. We've seen the tragic endings and the public collapses, yet here stands a 20-year-old who seems more stable than the executives running her label. As we conclude this look into her 2026 status, the shocking truth isn't a scandal or a secret addiction, it's her resilience. She has managed to stay relevant in an era of disposable music by doing the one thing no one expected, staying true to a genre that died 60 years ago. Whether she's selling out Vegas, recording for Bond, or walking barefoot through a London studio, Angelina Jordan is proving that soul isn't about age, it's about depth. As the curtain rises on the next chapter of her career, the world isn't just watching a girl sing, they're watching a legend take her throne. The only question left is how far that voice can actually go before it hits the ceiling of what's humanly possible.